What's up, nerds? It's the Syndicate here. We're coming at you from the Long Beach Comic Con in Long Beach, California. Got your co-host here, Andrew.
And you got Lowe's here.
What's happening, guys? Hey, does this bring up some bad memories about not buying that lifetime pass you could have got?
Yeah, you know what? I came into the first Long Beach Comic Con years ago, you know, when it's the first ever opening. And afterwards, I was offered that lifetime membership. And at the time, I was like, it's $300. I was like, it's a little bit pricey. I mean, it's not that I couldn't afford it, but I was just like, whatever. And of course, it's been 4 or 5 years now?
I think this is maybe the 5th, 6th, or maybe the 7th year now. Because I've been coming 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, I want to say 5 years. You know, don't quote me on that. We can look that up later. But yeah, and now that I'm looking at it, it's like every time I sign up to purchase tickets, I'm like, well, I fucking regret every decision I made at that point.
Yeah, if you would have bought the tickets by then, you probably would have been paid off by now. And each year, this convention keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, man, could you imagine 30 years from now where it's humongous? I'm like, I already got my lifetime membership. I don't have to worry about buying tickets or anything like that.
And it's just as big as San Diego, and you're always here.
And could you imagine if it's one day it's as big as San Diego, and I was all like, oh, man, I could have been that one dude that no matter what, didn't have to wait in line. I had my ticket. And just to bring it up, I wasn't able to get Comic-Con tickets again, man. It was such a heartbreak.
Yeah, Comic-Con tickets went on sale this past weekend, and we both missed out. So, but we got 4 or 5 local cons that we can make up for that with.
That's true, and also thinking about showing up that same con weekend and just seeing, because there's so many things to do outside. They got vendors, they got cosplayers, they got events, parties, everything, you know?
Yeah, free events outside of San Diego that you can just show up even if you don't have tickets and have fun doing that. But again, we're here from Long Beach, the Comic Expo. We'll be possibly maybe interviewing some artists, some people, so we'll bring you more info from the floor here. Oh, I should probably mention that I came in costume too. I'm wearing my 0-year Batman costume, so I'll upload a picture so you guys can see it.
It's like, we had to come out, you already nailed it.
You got your eye on anything? Or any ideas what you might want to buy?
Probably commission a Juggernaut and maybe a Magneto kind of, I guess, glamour shot.
Print?
Yeah, I mean, I want one where Juggernaut's kind of like deadlifting a shit ton of weights, you know what I mean?
Nice.
I want to make a shirt out of that.
Did you bring any comics to get signed or anything?
Yeah, I'm trying to get some signed from JT Crow, also Ratman. So there'll be Booster Gold and
Norm Ratman?
Yeah, Norm Ratman.
Yeah, I got some comics I want to get signed. And
Also,
maybe a commission and maybe looking for some Walking Dead pop figures.
Oh, you collect the Walking Dead pop figures?
I want to start with the bicycle girl with the one she's cut in half.
You know what? I also brought the Last of Us video game.
You brought the video game?
Yeah.
Somebody going to be here from the game?
Yeah, I forget his name. It's He Young Nam. It's a hard name to pronounce, but he's one of the concept artists for that game.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. That's cool.
It's moving.
Cool. So
Oh my God.
we'll be
Okay.
reporting from the floor. Hey nerds, another update. We just walked about over half the floor so far. Seen a lot of artwork, a lot of toys. Got a couple of autographs. Lowe's here brought his little monster. She's played some laser tag for a bit. What have you gotten done?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Yeah, I took my daughter to play some laser tag. She's being a trooper, keeping up with us, and hasn't really caused a fuss.
I would have thought she'd been more tired by now.
You know what? I've taken her to so many cons. I think she's already used to it. She knows the whole routine. She's gotten a little bit better, like I said. You know, we used to deal with her just running around, but today she's been pretty good. I mean, I got my autographs from Norm Retman. I got Lee. What else did we get?
She's got a face plan.
A couple of my favorite artists, that indie comics, Silver, that I talked about,
Oh,
that
that
noir
Vampire
vampire
Noir?
one. I
Yeah.
saw my buddy Stefan Frank. You guys should check him out. We'll link. What we'll do is we'll link like Instagram and Twitter handles and stuff on this for like all the artists that we've talked to and prints and comics that we got signed. So you guys can check their work out too. We've got some artists here hooked me up with some free comics, like the first 5 issues of his work, and we bought his trade. check out his story. We'll link his info on there too. You should check it out. Really cool guy. What else? You brought any toys or anything? Or anything you're gonna keep an eye out for?
No, nothing. Honestly, I'm not looking for anything big collectibles. I'm trying to see if I can find any big prints that I'm really interested in to add to our room. But besides that, man, I'm just watching, not really looking for something specific. Just just enjoying the con.
Yeah, I'm all out of room for prints. I saw so many prints I wish I could buy, but I got no more room. But we'll finish up here on the floor and get back to you guys. What's up, nerds? Welcome to another episode of Nerdy Entertainment Syndicate. We are back in the NES headquarters located deep beneath the sea in the beautiful city of Rapture. So, would you kindly... Is your co-host, Drew.
You got Lowe's here. What's going on over there, man?
We're under the sea in Rapture.
Was that a Big Daddy?
That was a Big Daddy moan.
Oh. I thought it was a bear.
The bear raping Leonardo DiCaprio.
I still don't understand how people really, like, they're overthinking that. Like, it's a mama bear. How can that be going on? No.
People thought it was an actual rape.
Or they were just playing along with it, like the whole that dress thing. Is it white or black or something like that, or white or gold?
Is it black or blue or white and gold?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. But
anyways,
we're coming back from Long Beach Comic Con. That's just happened about 2 days ago. No, yesterday. Yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah, we went to Long Beach Comic Expo yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
It was what you just heard at the beginning of the podcast here. I thought about maybe interviewing some people or artists or people that we like, but I don't have my interview skills up to par, and I probably didn't. I should have probably researched a little more. Maybe got some basic questions down. Maybe next time when we go to WonderCon or something, we can work on interviewing some people.
Even you bring a camera along whenever.
Yeah, have you gotten your
DSLR
camera set up all?
I just need to buy the closed zoom in. That's pretty much it.
You just have the standard lens on there?
No, I got the 50 feet to like 100 and something. The standard lens would be good for close-ups, but
okay.
I'm missing the standard one.
Right on. So a little recap on the Long Beach Comic Expo. Again, every year keeps getting bigger and bigger. It was a pretty decent size this time. I went in costume in my Batman 0 year cosplay.
And I hope you should post that up on YouTube. Put a little still image of that. It was pretty good, man. You got a lot of people asking you questions about it.
I got a
couple
lot of
artists.
Yeah, I got a lot of people actually thinking I'm the new Nightmare Batman, which got me to just kind of like, how come I'm not working on that? So I think for WonderCon,
you're gonna work on the Nightmare Batman,
because that's super easy. Just got to get some like cargo pants and some gauntlets and just like a little visor for or like glasses for the cowl.
And you also gotta get the coat. The coat. That's what brings it on as a coat.
Yeah, so that seems pretty easy. So I think for WonderCon, I'm gonna do Nightmare Batman.
All right, that sounds like a good deal, man.
But yeah, I got stopped, recognized by like the actual comic book readers that know I'm 0 year Batman, and with the costume too, like my arms exposed, so like my tattoo showing. So a lot of people were giving me compliments on the tattoo.
As a cosplayer, how do you feel when people actually recognize who you're meant to be?
It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's like I give them the kudos for recognizing which actual character I am. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's fun. I gotta start doing that one day when I have the time, or I stop being lazy. But besides that, we got to, get some good reads, some new reads. Got a couple signatures. I got to shout outs to JT Kroll, who works a lot on Teen Titans and works a lot on an Aspen Comics.
All right.
He signed my Captain Atom.
Oh yeah, okay.
And then I also had Nor Ratman, which I'm a big fan, and like one of my top comic book heroes and characters would be Booster Gold.
He's an awesome artist. I love his work. Did he create Booster Gold?
No.
Or he's one of the guys that draws him?
Pretty much, yeah. And
he's
been there from like the get-go with him, and he truly is the hero that nobody really knows. He doesn't get as much exposure
in the comic artist world.
Mm-hmm.
He's been to a couple of our local movie premieres with our local comic shop here.
Yeah, I believe he lives in Rancho, so that's probably one of the big reasons. And he also does a lot of commission stuff, and he's always showing up at Free Comic Book Day out in Rancho.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so you guys check out his artwork. His name is Norm Rapmund, Rapma.
Rapmond.
Mond.
Yeah.
Rapmond. So check him out. He's on social media. You can find his art like on
Yeah, you can
Instagram or Twitter.
Yeah, easy to Google him. You'll find him, and he does a lot of work, like I said, for DC. And it's funny because when I got really into Booster Gold, he was doing a couple things here and there, but he wasn't really drawing as much as he is now. And it's happy to see artists really, get bigger. I'm not saying that he was a small artist or anything like that, but just good exposure.
Has he been? He's done a lot of Flash because I see on his booth like a lot of Flash stuff.
Yeah, he actually worked with Johns before, like before Johns got the head honcho job and everything like that. Because Johns was also one of the writers for Booster Gold.
He's an awesome artist.
Yeah. So that's it for me though.
Yeah, I got to see a couple of my regulars that I stopped by and chat with and talk to at the convention circuit.
One of them being one of the guys who will be commissioned to do one of our logos.
Yeah, actually, make sure that I stop by his booth every time, check out his work, and like we chat every once in a while.
Yeah.
His name is Richard. You can check out his artwork on like Instagram. Look up Art by Richard on Instagram. You can see all his artwork.
Yeah.
He does like cute little mashups and like animated characters, but like as kids type of stuff, like really cool stuff. And he's on Twitter. Also check him out. We commissioned him to do our logo.
Yeah, which is encompass a couple of things that we enjoy about movies, video games, and
so hopefully you guys
comics.
will be seeing that in the near future. We're already throwing some ideas of what we want at him. He's going to start. I just actually got a text from him saying he's going to start working on sketches soon. So
awesome.
So hopefully we'll get that soon. It'll be a cool new logo, like professional.
Yeah.
Because this one that you guys see, if you guys have noticed, I put together on my phone.
A little ghetto Photoshop.
Cut and paste and just.
My daughter could have made it. Yeah.
Wait,
no big deal.
It's decent for right now.
Start from somewhere.
Another guy that I talked to, Stefan Frank. He's the artist writer of that vampire noir comic that I told you about
last. You were talking about last week or last episode.
Yeah, he's a really cool guy, really nice guy. I see him at every convention. Was looking forward to picking up issue number 5 that he just like released maybe 6 months ago.
Yeah.
I missed picking it up at the last convention, Kamikaze, because I thought I'd had it already. So I was hoping
just finished up picking up the last issue.
I had up to 4, and he had 5 at that last time I saw him. So yesterday at Long Beach, I wanted to pick up number 5 because I didn't end up having it. And
you forgot about it.
No, he actually didn't have single issues anymore. All he had at his booth was just the trades. He had volume 1 and 2 trade. So he was telling me that he like the single issues don't really sell as much as the like the full trade, the volume does. And especially because he just had a Kickstarter to get volume 2 out. More people that like see him at the conventions just kind of buy the trades as opposed to the individual issues.
Yeah.
But I like getting the individual ones. So I was like kind of bummed that he didn't have that. But he says for next time, WonderCon will be our next convention. He'll have single issues.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
I'll
So
catch
you'll
up
be able
on
to finish off that part. All right.
Yeah. So check him out. He was actually one of the animation supervisors in that movie, Iron Giant. So
that was a good classic.
That's like a cult classic movie now. So.
Now, I think we touched upon this a couple of weeks ago on one of the first episodes. They're remaking this, correct?
Are they?
I thought they were. Or ever heard. I don't know if I read this somewhere. I thought they were remaking it, or maybe they're gonna be with like a remastered or something.
They
like
maybe re-released it, like remastered or something.
Okay, that could be it. I just remember hearing some news on it.
It's gonna be rebooted or nothing. So, yeah, that's artist Stefan Frank. You can look him up on Twitter. See his follow him. Check out his artwork. He's published by Dark Horse. So that's a pretty big name.
Yeah.
Comic company.
They were doing a lot of Star Wars stuff too.
Yeah. Another artist that we actually just met at this convention rolled by his booth. He was working on a Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, and what caught our eye on it was just that Mr. Freeze looked amazing.
Just his art style.
A headshot
of Mr. Freeze.
But it was like if you guys remember those scary stories and
oh yeah, scary stories to tell in the dark.
Yeah, that kind of style, like just eerie and. Like it was just amazing. It's just if you can imagine that with a Mr. Freeze in there.
It looked really cool. Amazing. So that caught our attention. So I approached his booth and like he had his because he's a writer artist too. So he wrote this story called Empty Zone, and he had his single issues.
Yeah, promoting his work
1 through 5, and then like the trade that has all the issues. So I asked him the price on the volume number 1, and like the individual price on each individual comic, because I like getting individual stuff.
Yeah.
If it's available as opposed to the full trade.
It's easier to display and it looks better when displaying it.
I like having single issues. And what this guy did, he got issue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just handed them to me. Here, man, just read it. And I sell more of the trades than I do the single issues. So here, have them. So that blew me away. He gave me his comics for free. I was like, no way, dude.
I saw that.
I got to support you for this, man. I got to pay you something. So I ended up buying the full trade anyways, too.
As did I, just because of art. It's funny. You just go into a con, not, thinking about anything else, and there you are seeing a new writer, artist, and...
That always happens. Yeah, you find a new
become
booth
a fan,
or a new
and,
artist. And,
and I can respect why they even show up there. I mean, if all they get out of it is getting at least one new fan, that's someone they could have never had if they weren't there.
Yeah, for sure. This guy who wrote Empty Zone, his name is Jason Sean Alexander. You guys look him up. He's on Twitter and Instagram. But this comic that he wrote is called Empty Zone. I read the first 2 chapters of it.
How was it?
It was really cool. I like it. It's like a sci-fi horror.
Okay.
And the artwork alone just blew me away.
Kind of like an original Aliens kind of...
It's more like a ghost story type deal set like 100 years in the future. This main character...
Like an Event Horizon. Remember that movie? Event Horizon?
I never saw one.
Oh, wow.
Nah, I get it.
That's a true horror sci-fi right there, man.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Who's in that one?
Got, what's the dude for Meet the Fuckers? What's the name? The dad. Not...
De Niro?
Ben Stiller's dad. No.
Oh, Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman was in it.
Oh, you know what? I'm starting to see the cover now. It's...
God. Fishburne? What's his name?
Lawrence Fishburne?
Lawrence Fishburne.
Wasn't like Sharon Stone in it too or somebody? Their female lead also.
Because
I'm
sketchy on her, but I remember those two.
I'm picturing the cover of the box.
And I remember me shaking a little bit watching that movie, but God, that was an amazing movie. And I got to rewatch it, man.
Event Horizon.
Mm-hmm.
I'll look that up for sure. But this Empty Zone, going back to Empty Zone.
Yeah.
Set 100 years in the future. We got our main character. She's got like this robotic arm. Like we don't know the story behind that. We see, I don't know, like this organization doing tests on like, I don't know if they're corpses or dead bodies. Yeah. And it's like first 2 chapters are really already got me hooked. So.
And how's the art?
The art, again, like just like you saw with that Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's just that style of artwork. It's really, really cool.
Like ink style, hand drawn?
It's hand drawn and ink. Yeah. So really cool stuff. So again, check it out. Empty Zone by Jason Sean Alexander. So that's one of the recommendations.
And I think that's pretty much it for our shout-outs.
For the convention shout-outs.
For the convention shout-outs.
We did this weekend. I guess you had some news on Stan Lee.
Yeah, I guess news has been heading out that Stan Lee's visiting conventions and might be coming to an end. He was quoted saying that he's just not up to, par what he used to do, with doing as many conventions as he could in a year. And I believe this is, I know Canada's having an event, and I believe he even quoted saying that his will be his last event there.
At that specific convention?
You're right, yeah. So he already finished his convention out in Europe, and he's also mentioned that he won't be doing any more conventions. So this might be his final year. I mean, he's 93 years old.
I believe that, man. Yeah, he's up there in age.
And he's an active 93-year-old guy. So
yeah.
So if he's saying that he needs to slow down and and this might be his last year or so, for you, for those of you who haven't gotten his autograph, who haven't seen him yet, met him, shaken his hand, this might be your last time. So I don't know if he's gonna show up in WonderCon yet. He still has his own
maybe Kamikaze, because he promotes that one. So that might be maybe his one yearly only convention that he appears at.
I know I'm gonna be looking for it and try to get one of his signatures. And
you haven't actually met him yet?
I've met him, but I've never got anything signed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen him so many times at convention. I've never actually met him, shook his hand, or got a picture with him or anything. But
I have in passing. When you go to conventions, one big thing advantages is you get to meet a lot of people by passing.
Yeah.
When you're not even looking for them,
Yeah, I met Robert Trujillo, the bassist to Metallica, just because he was promoting something there, and then he was walking the floor. Like, bumped into him, met him. I met Cisco from The Flash.
Yeah. Also, was it the bassist for Marilyn Manson?
Twiggy.
Yeah.
I've seen him a couple times at conventions.
At the Long Beach one, I think it was a year ago we saw him there.
That's right, yeah.
And then, let's see, Corey Feldman.
Really?
Yeah. He was with his son. My wife, who was a fan of The Lost Boys and the Goonies, she ended up taking a picture with him. And then he ended up getting recognized, and he's just kind of ran away. But
Yeah.
it's just funny. You never know who you could meet and just passing by.
Yeah, a lot of people, a lot of like not so much A-listers or stuff like that, but I've like met Brian Posehn, a stand-up comedian,
Yeah.
and he's in a bunch of like comedy shows and stuff. Even
Yeah, you meet A, B, C listers, everything, man. To be honest with you.
cool dude I met yesterday was that guy. I pointed him out to you. He does that DC All Access show on YouTube.
Oh, that's right. He was
with DC
standing
Entertainment.
next to one of the artist galleries.
Yeah, like I ended up bumping into him later on and just kind of like, hey, saying what's up and see if like he was actually doing anything for the show there. He said, no, he was just here for the weekend and just enjoying the convention. So it's a cool guy.
Yeah.
Just, yeah, Stan Lee.
What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I'm surprised he's been going as long as he's going.
Yeah.
Being in his age and
Yeah.
and even doing all the other stuff outside of it, like the movie cameos and
I mean, he's
all
an
the
active guy. He's
appearances.
always creating stuff for new characters, his TV shows, you know.
Always has a hand in something.
And that's true. He is such an active guy
yeah, just
for
recently.
any age. He's just completely active, and he's like he's a comic book sweetheart, you know.
Yeah,
He's a really all-around good guy. He's done a lot for the industry. So, you know, bummer if it really is his last year, man.
Yeah, I mean, just along with that, Frank Miller did an appearance at Barnes and Noble out here around the Grove or something, out Los Angeles area, doing a signing for, I guess, a re-release of a special edition of The Dark Knight Returns.
Right.
And Stan Lee just showed up, kind of made an appearance and like sat next to Frank, and I guess he did.
He's like, Frank is here. Let me show up.
Yeah, there's some videos on YouTube or like Instagram
God,
of people
could you
recording.
imagine the people that were there and that having that surprise?
That's a legendary, just two-person panel right there. Stan Lee and Frank Miller.
God,
Those are comic.
why didn't we go there,
Comic
man?
titans.
How did we
I
not
had
know
no idea about
this?
it. I had no idea about
Guys, you guys gotta let us know if you hear about these things.
it. And I'm surprised I didn't, because I follow everything like DC on Twitter and Instagram and YouTube and
Yeah.
and everything Marvel. I mean, I don't know why I didn't know about this.
Now we know that Zack Snyder put out a picture out there.
Just today, yeah, it just popped up earlier today. He put out a picture of him with Jason Momoa, who's playing Aquaman
Yep.
of Justice League in this new DC universe. It looked like maybe
Which is not bad. I mean, the picture on its own, that's not bad. But then you try to break it. You know, you want there's everybody wants to
nothing
break it down. You
nothing
know,
special about the picture. They're just in their street clothes,
Yeah.
and kind of posing thumbs
Jason,
up to the camera.
throwing up the sign.
But
no big deal.
what caught everybody's eye, and we all started picking at this picture. We
The
zoom
costumes in the back.
zooming in, just like the stuff in the background.
Yeah,
There's an image of what looks to be an actual Flash costume back there.
super shiny.
It looks like some
a
sort
polished
of metallic
Yeah.
kind of armored suit put together, which is like what's been going around as far as the production design is saying. It's a futuristic, like armored suit type of thing.
Okay, which
And,
I'm fine with.
Aquaman's out, like an Aquaman kind of bodysuit is there.
It's still kind of early, like still grayish, not really painted.
It's all just like monochromatic, just one
Mhm.
tone. But you see like the belt, he's got the A on
Yeah.
there, and
And then there's his black suit. It's kind of just to the right of Snyder.
it's unknown if it's an actual costume or just maybe like a mold of a suit or just what
Just
it
like
is. It's just all in
a
black.
universal mold, kind of like.
Yeah, and it has like the buff and six pack and pecs on it, but there's nothing, no
Yeah, there's
logo
no
or
interesting
emblem.
marks on it. Nothing really a tell to show what kid else can be.
No, but people have already started messing with the image. Like people have put like the Green Lantern logo on it and
Okay.
colored it green, or the Nightwing blue like wings on the chest plate. Like maybe it's a Nightwing costume. Maybe
Of
it's
course, the fans out there, yeah.
it looked pretty cool though, like the little pictures I've seen. And there's also like an image, possibly Mira, who's Aquaman's wife.
Oh, I saw
The
the
picture
picture
down in the corner?
Yeah.
Looks like
Were you
maybe-
able to tell what it was? I mean, it was.
It
hard.
looked. I thought maybe it was like a mirror because it was like a redheaded female in the image.
right. And
And
then you
then,
got the Batman cowl.
There's a Batman cowl on one side, and then looks like maybe a mold, a
boot?
bodysuit of mold,
Yeah.
maybe possibly the Mira costume, or even a new Wonder Woman costume.
Now, yeah, and now so this also goes into with there's an actual start date for the Justice League movie.
Yeah, it's official. I don't know if you heard the rumors about Warner Brothers kind of being skeptical about the movie and having worries about it.
Yeah.
But last week, 2 weeks ago, somebody on the inside had stated that Warner Brothers was concerned about Batman versus Superman.
Really?
Yeah, and that we're maybe going to push back Justice League and maybe not have Zack Snyder direct it.
What?
Yeah, this was like official from Alex Roth, who's who's in the business, like interviews and stuff,
Yeah.
talk to somebody that she knows, like a legitimate,
Insider
with Warner Brothers, saying that they were had concerns about the
Now,
movie.
does this scare you a little bit?
No, I
Yeah.
didn't. I didn't have any. It was like such last. I mean, people have been raving about it for months now, and it's such
I know,
last
yeah.
minute. It's like a month before the release of the movie, people are worried about it. But yeah, it brought up rumors about Justice League being pushed back, maybe the Batman film being pushed ahead, and maybe even finding another director.
Nah, they need
for
to
it.
stop with that, man. They just go guns blazing, stick to what the original idea.
So yeah, so now it's been officially confirmed. Zack Snyder's still directing it, and we have an official start date
April
of
11th. It's
when
the
they're
actual
going to start
date.
filming. April 11th. So that's coming up soon already.
So that's exciting, man. So that means the next months to come, we're gonna have a lot of details, a lot of leaked pictures.
More news about Justice League movie. I wonder if it's going to cross over with Wonder Woman or if Wonder Woman's done.
Time will tell, man.
Because I just saw new pictures of Wonder Woman on set. So
Yep.
so that's coming up. So I don't know if it'll
And
cross
sticking
over.
with Justice, Young Justice is on Netflix. It's only 2 seasons.
I haven't caught up on that. I haven't watched that yet. I have a bunch of like DC animated stuff on my Netflix queue.
Oh, it's
But
a
I'm
great
still
show, and
behind
you gotta
on.
watch it. But one of the key things and rumors out there is that if it becomes a big hit, Netflix might end up having the option of picking it up and starting its own 3rd season.
Like
you know?
its own thing, like the Netflix
And-
originals, how they picked up like Full House or Arrested Development.
Yeah,
okay.
and I'm all for that, man. It's amazing. Giving life to things, to dead projects, to dead shows, and they're high on demand there, and they have the money, they have the push, they have the clientele to do these things, and I'm excited, and hopefully it gets picked up.
Well, yeah. If you're saying this Young Justice is good for them, if they're gonna pick it up,
Yeah,
they would probably have to have the same crew behind it, right? The same writers and artists, and if it's gonna maintain that same quality that
I mean,
you
it's
like.
easy to say, yeah, you would believe so, but things always changes. But yeah, hopefully they do. I mean, if it was working for those 2 seasons, why not?
What is Young Justice about?
It just follows pretty much. I want to say it's almost like a small version of Teen Titans. You got Robin, you have
Is it like Superboy or
yeah, you got Superboy, which
Superboy's
is
in it.
you're gonna find out it's a clone. Spoilers, I guess,
yeah.
of Superman with Lex Luthor's genes in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's almost like a sidekick roundup. You got Wally West with his Kid Flash. Yeah, Connor Kent, clone of Superman with Lex
okay.
Luthor's genes. You got Dick Grayson. You got Batman, of course, does his cameos in there. You got John Johns, Ray Harper, Aquaman. But it's honestly it's just an ensemble of sidekicks, to be honest with you.
Okay. Hence the Young in the Young Justice.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah. Again, it's sitting on my Netflix queue, along with a ton of other stuff.
But yeah, so you guys should watch it. Definitely a good show to watch.
Yeah. Speaking with along with TV, what do you got here? Ronda Rousey.
Oh yeah,
I just saw that earlier
Yeah,
today too.
Ronda Rousey making the comment. She's being pretty vocal about playing Captain Marvel.
That was a few months back. She wanted to play Captain Marvel, and a bunch of people like photoshopped her into.
And she's being pretty vocal that she's a nerd at heart. She's a Pokemon fan. I believe she can name all original 151 Pokemon or something like that.
Uh-huh.
But now she's talking about playing Samus Aran
From
the Metroid series.
the Metroid Nintendo games.
Yeah. So and many whoever played the original one, when Metroid was out, you couldn't really tell who the character was, but most all heroes were always guys. So when you actually beat the game, you were actually treated to see who was behind the suit, and it was a girl.
Takes off the helmet, and then you see the long blonde
Yeah.
hair.
So I mean, as far as in the video game world, that was iconic.
Yeah, I remember. Like, I never played the game, but I know that's an iconic
How many
game
female
because of that.
leading roles did you have up till then?
None.
Exactly. So she threw that out there, which it sounds fun.
Are they working on a Metroid movie or
Not
something?
that I know of anything like that. I can imagine people trying to write scripts on it already before, but picturing her as Samus Aran, no. But it's a fun idea.
Well, I mean,
It's a fun idea, man.
yeah, I mean, I believe she's a nerd at heart, but she's not an actress.
No.
So I wouldn't. I mean, same when it came around with the Captain Marvel business. Yeah, she looked good in the images with the costume, but she's not an
Like
actress.
I said, it's fun at heart,
Yeah.
which is cool to discuss.
That's-
It brings up discussion, which is like, what? Hey, why
Yeah.
don't they make a Samus Aran movie?
I mean, that goes even better than what I can do, along with last week's episode with our fan casting. It's like, I wouldn't know who to cast for any part. So
yeah, see,
this just pops up. I'm like, okay, she looks the part, but again, she's not an actress.
It's easier for us to criticize other people's work than us doing the work.
Yeah. Yeah, but have you ever seen that Super Metroid or Metroid short film on YouTube? Just came out maybe about 2-3 months ago.
Yeah, I
with
actually did.
Jessica Chobot.
Yeah.
As that
was-
looks
that was
really
amazing.
cool. There's just like a short little, I don't know, 5 to 10 minute short film. It's just more like an action set piece.
Yeah.
And with the special effects, it looks really cool. I
It's
don't remember who did it. Was it Rainfall Films?
Metroid: The Sky Calls.
Was it by Rainfall?
Let me check it out. Give us a second.
I believe it might have been, because they did the little Wonder Woman short film that was so awesome. That was maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago. Did you see that one?
God, I can't remember that one. No.
That one's actually starring Rylea Vanderbilt. I've met her too at conventions. She was part of this group of 4 girls that does like cosplay and stuff.
Okay.
They're known as Team Unicorn. So she was one of them. I met them, talked to them.
Yeah,
Super
Rainfall
cool.
Studios.
Yeah, Rainfall.
Yep, Rainfall Studios.
Yeah, look them up on YouTube, Rainfall Studios. They did a Wonder Woman short film, and then that's Metroid. Super cool stuff.
See, hopefully maybe they could do something with it. I mean, that short film was pretty amazing.
It was.
And we all know Nintendo's last attempt at a movie was pretty disastrous.
What was that? I don't even remember.
Super Mario Brothers. Come on, man. John Leguizamo.
I remember that movie, but that was the last thing they ever did as far as the movies.
There's no other movie.
That's true, huh? Yeah, I don't remember much. I
remember a lot of it, and I remember watching. I was a little kid, so I remember watching. It was like, oh, okay, I guess. But
yeah, I remember it as a kid too, and it just like didn't really leave a mark. I mean, I loved the video game, but like the movie was just like, I remember just, I guess, not feeling the same as like, okay, the Goombas were these humanoids with just like those weird
big
lizard
body,
heads.
little head.
Well, Yoshi was like a raptor or something.
Yeah,
It was
like it's just
okay, whatever.
they probably, you know what? They probably saw the cover of one of the Nintendo games, like, all right, I don't need to play this. I don't need to. I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So maybe we can link in our description to the Metroid: The Sky Calls. People can click on that and actually get to see
I'll do that.
YouTube video.
I'll link those the links to those videos.
Now sticking to TV, Fox is doing that Legion TV show. Do you know anything about Legion?
It's a Marvel property, right?
Yeah, and he has to do with Xavier's son.
No, I haven't. I don't know much other than it's just a Marvel property, and I saw that they cast somebody for it.
Yeah, I guess they have a new character coming in, but who was cast was Amber Midthunder, which I'm excited for the whole series itself, because Legion is a particular character. Now he's schizophrenic, he's a little bit crazy, and normal person would have voices and stuff like that. He does have voices, but those voices have powers. So if a voice is taking over, that specific power comes to life.
So basically a split personality.
Split personality powers.
Along with the personalities, the power comes out.
So his powers are always constantly changing.
And he's whose son?
Xavier's son, and God, I can't remember. The wife she's going to be in the new X-Men movie. Is it Miranda? God, is it going to come
Oh, is it the one that was in the first X-Men, the Days of Future, not the, what was the first X-Men?
Days of Future Past?
No, the one before it.
First Class.
First Class. The one that was in that?
Was she on that?
The one that was in Neighbors? Right?
Yes.
Her. Yeah, she was in that one.
Oh,
and she's
okay,
back again for this one.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
she's the character that
So
then has
her and Charles,
okay.
do the dirty and have a kid, and he ends up being a little psychotic little kid.
Nice.
And
so this is set in the future then.
yeah, and I've read his comic. I actually have a good arc on him, and he's a trip. And just see him jump from powers to voices and everything it's just funny, man.
That's interesting. That's pretty cool. Like split personalities, but with each one.
He's the guy that has a big old remember the Kid and Play hairstyle?
Flat top.
The flat top with the long flat top.
I've never even seen an image of this character.
Look it up. He has a long. His hair is Marge Simpson / Kid and Play. But so, anyways, that's gonna be on I believe FX.
I think I saw that. Yeah, FX.
So
when's it coming out?
Nothing yet. They start shooting in March, so I'm just excited to hear this.
So hopefully within the year then. That's cool.
And that's pretty much it on that part. You got any other TV shows?
I just saw same little tidbit about like casting for. I mentioned in one of our first episodes, NBC's coming out with
Powerless.
a show called Powerless. It's like a cross between just like the DC characters and that show The Office.
Yeah.
So they cast Vanessa Hudgens. She was one of the stars from High School Musical. She was in Sucker Punch.
That's right. Oh, God, I actually like that movie.
I do too.
The Snyder movie?
It's not the greatest, but I like the visual. Zack Snyder's a visual director.
Yeah.
So visually is an awesome movie. And like interesting idea, interesting premise about it, but it's pretty cool. I liked it.
Could have executed a little bit better, but I liked it.
I own it on
wasn't
Blu-ray.
horrible.
I like it that much.
Yeah. Now, Powerless, if you refresh my memory, does it have to do with an insurance company that deals with cleaning up after super meta mutant or whatever you want to call destruction, right?
All the superhero destruction that goes on in this world, and it's based on with this insurance company that has to deal with the aftermath. Oh, it just looked up a picture of Legion. Okay. Big old flat top.
I told you, Kid and Place with Marge Simpson.
Interesting design. And off topic as far as like superhero world, but just TV shows that I want to recommend. I don't know if you watched any of these two. Man Seeking Woman. Have you heard of that one?
No.
That's the one with Jay Baruchel. It's on FXX.
Okay.
It's a really out there show. It's basically him in like the dating world and like trying to find somebody or being set up, and it's just so weird. It's so random. I really recommend that you like look it up and watch it. It's funny because it's just.
What's the funny premise about it though?
It just goes into, it's very, like he goes on a date with an actual troll. Like the person sitting across from him on the other table, on the other side of the table, is an actual troll.
Oh, so it deals with fantasy and fairy tales?
It's fantasy, a lot of fantasy in it.
Okay.
And one episode, he finds a way to like kind of butterfly effect things, time travel, like to go his way, but like the whole world changes because of it.
Right.
And like in order for him to like try to find a girlfriend or something, like he finally meets somebody he likes, but there's a situation where like it changes the whole world, the event of the world.
So he has to sacrifice self pleasure for a better tomorrow.
It's just every episode is so different as far as like these crazy random dating situations.
Man Seeking Woman. All right,
Man Seeking Woman.
I'll have to check that out.
It's really off the wall. It's really funny. I love it. Like I didn't catch it when it was on.
Yeah.
Because it's in season 2 right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't catch it the first round of season 1, but I saw it on Hulu. And I just marathoned it. It was like that good. It was so funny.
I got Cody TV, so I'll look that one up.
And another one, new show that just came out within the last month or two is called Angie Tribeca. It's on TBS. It was created by Steve Carell and his wife. And it's a spoof on all these like CSI cop dramas.
Right.
And it's, if you were into Naked Gun, do you remember that movie?
Of course, Naked Gun. O.J. Simpson was in it too.
Yeah. If you're into that style of comedy, just kind of stupid humor, this show is just like that. It's
so
like
kind of like, what is it? 911? Was it 991?
Reno 911?
No, 911. The one that has Terry Crews.
Oh, Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
There we go. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Is it kind of like that?
No. Well, it's like set like in a police department, like, you know, it's a spoof on that.
Yeah.
But it's more Naked Gun.
Oh, so it's more
with the
hijinks, like way out there comedy, like
more
rubber chicken kind of comedy.
More wordplay, more puns, more weird situations, and it's a really good show.
Oh, okay.
It's starring Rashida Jones. She was on The Office. She was on Parks and Rec.
Okay.
She's been in a few movies here and there, but yeah, it's starring her, and she does a really good job because all these characters play it straight in these just ridiculous situations. It's a really good show. Angie Tribeca, I recommend you guys check it out.
All right, sounds good, man.
Comedies and TV.
Anything else to add, man?
What have you been up to the last week?
Anything
new as far as?
I still haven't picked up my pool, so I got nothing really to recommend right now. Finishing off.
How about gaming?
Right now I'm just playing Shadow of Mordor. Kind of like a play on.
Yeah, I saw you playing that.
Yeah.
Did you just start it, or have you?
I started it last week, so I already got 12 or 13 hours into it. Yeah. So
how'd you like it?
It's not too bad. It took me a while to realize that this is really based on Middle Earth. Like
it's in this Tolkien world.
Yeah.
Like the world of the Lord of the Rings.
Minus the Lord of the Ring.
But it's his own story.
Yeah.
It's his own story. Its own characters.
Yeah, it's not canon. It takes its own universe, I guess.
Yeah, it's in the world, but it has its history with like it has the characters that works and
Yeah.
and the ring and all the all that stuff but the game how about the game? Did you
I like it. I like the fighting in it. It's easy to pick up if you ever played any of those Batman video games. It's pretty much similar style where you can jump from one attacker to the next, defending if you hit
I love
triangle. So it's fairly smooth on play.
It's such a good game.
Oh, so have you played it?
Yeah, I played it, and I finished it just because it came out maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played through it and fell in love with it. It was so awesome. Again, I love the fighting mechanic of it because a lot of these new games now are stealing that because I think the Arkham Asylum was the first time it used that fighting mechanic with the blocking.
Yeah, because if it works, other people are going to want to use it.
It's brilliant. So definitely, like all these other games should use that because it is so good.
Because I remember they even brought it up when the Batman video game was coming out. So they had someone work on the cape for 2 years.
Yeah, just the details of what goes into these games,
ripples in the air,
and movements of just the smallest thing, like the Batman cape in the wind when he's soaring.
Yeah,
it's
2 years.
All these games, how detailed they are with movements and action But again, going back to Shadow of Mordor, how did you like how graphic it was? So bloody and violent.
Yeah, like you go from stabbing Nork to chopping a head off.
It is so awesome. All the moves and actions and like what do you call them? The finishing moves.
Yeah, the finishers. Yeah,
it's so awesome. It's a fun game. You guys should check that out. Shadow of Mordor.
Yeah, guys. Like I said, you add me on PS4, CJ Wolfwood01.
That game doesn't have a multiplayer though.
No, it doesn't.
Not that I've played it in a while. I finished it, and I don't think does it have any DLC to it.
It does. It does have DLCs. You can download some missions because I know I got the PS4 version where it has missions that you can put a code in and download it. So I know it has DLC in it.
Yeah, I finished it, and I never bought like the add-on stuff to it. So, but I remember I loved that game.
And you playing any games right now?
No, I haven't been gaming lately. Last thing I played was just Rise of the Tomb Raider, that last Tomb Raider game that came out on Xbox. Just as good as the first. Like the gameplay of it, it's very. If you played the Uncharted games, like just action adventure, and like the reboot, it's really cool. It's fun.
What I'm gonna start getting into is I'm trying to get a couple people at work. We're gonna start playing Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombie.
Yeah.
I like to do the zombies.
I still love playing the zombie games. Have you played Dying Light?
No, I haven't played Dying Light.
That's it's like a parkour zombie game. It's in first person.
Okay.
It's a fun game, but like every game, it kind of starts getting repetitive towards the end. Go do this mission. Go bring this to that person.
So you get kind of bored kind of quickly.
But what kept that game entertaining is the parkour aspect of it, because you're climbing. Because it's just like a free world, open world where you're climbing up buildings. So it's
like Mirror's Edge.
Mirror's Edge
meets zombies.
Meets killing zombies. And a new DLC was just added to it that's even bigger than the actual game.
So that's what a true DLC is supposed to be like. None of this. Add this skin.
So I downloaded that last month when it came out, but I haven't got a chance to play it yet.
So it's just on your back burner.
So that's another one I'll probably get back on that one.
But going back to Black Ops 3, I like to play their zombies because you have Easter eggs in them.
And they're getting a lot more complicated
nowadays. So I'm trying to get a good group in so we can start accomplishing them.
I'm down to do it.
All right, man. Wait, you don't have an Xbox One, do you? Oh yeah, you do now.
Yeah, but I don't have that game. So you have Call of Duty for Xbox?
No, we just go on and offer up and get it at $30, man. No big deal.
But then the DLC is $50 alone.
I don't get DLCs.
You don't? So just the first zombie campaign at the end?
Mm-hmm.
I'm down to do it. But on Xbox, you don't have it for PS3, PS4?
I like to play Black Ops on the Xbox for whatever reason.
I'm opposite. I like playing it on the PlayStations.
For me, I like playing FPS on Xbox.
Oh, you know what? Because I'm over the multiplayer stuff of it. That's why I mainly play
on
PlayStation.
I've always had more fun playing multiplayer FPS on Xbox than the PS4. But any game that's about graphics and story, PS4.
PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Have you played the Gears of War games?
I played the first one.
Just the first one?
Uh-huh.
Wow, you got to catch up on that. Those are amazing games.
I got it.
Especially the multiplayer, the Horde mode.
I played Horde mode before. My buddy had it, and I just play with it.
I can play that for hours, just as I can play the.
And I think
Call of Duty Zombies.
At that moment, was it level 50 or something like that?
Yeah, they did go up high.
I remember we reaching 50 a couple times. So
it's so fun because it gets so stressful and crazy.
So anything else besides that, man?
No, I haven't done much gaming. Comic reading.
I think next week we should try to interview someone. Someone could talk to us. Someone into anime or other games or something like that.
If you can find somebody.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's it for us today, guys. From the NES headquarters.
That's it.
That's pretty much game over for us then.
Cool.
All right, you guys have a good night. Thanks for listening. Subscribe, like, share, talk to us. Let us know what's going on. Hit me up on PlayStation 4, Xbox.
Yeah, I'll add the links to our Instagrams and Twitters and PlayStation Gamertags and all that stuff in the description. So that's it.
All right. Have a good night.
Later.